part of me is letting go. So even though I let
She loves me now. Sing!
Emperor Selassie, I never sees the judgment. The wicked man feel. Said it's people me say, oh no, no,
Yeah! All of us talk about the girls them. Who's on them begin up my day? You're telling them ready. Who don't need the glass for see?
All the dig and the wickedness we ride. Rubber double hot, full of it. Hope you can handle the ride. And you just not wasting my time. Everybody going up, running up. I said them get on, I said on. I bring whatever, I said never. I mean, go back on them. I mean,
Well, the St. Kitts Music Festival is celebrating 18 years this year. And from the original, when it started, it was always designed that the artist that comes to St. Kitts, the international artists, will give something back to the community. The music festival generally was designed that the music that our performers that we bring here, they'll be able to share experience with young musicians in St. Kitts so that they can develop. We started the development workshops and we conducted these sessions with the artists, some of the artists from the same festival. We have had so many artists over the years and different venues. We did workshops at the community center in St. Johnson. We had workshops at the different various hotels and things like that. We took people to different areas where we're trying to find the right place that we think is, fitting for such events. Last year we used the community center at McKnight. So we actually took it.
My name is Willard Harris, better known as the Lord Relator. I am here courtesy Mr. Andy Marriott, and I am going to be doing Calypso in its genuine and authentic traditional form. So you're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. Mr. Darren?
Yeah. My name's Andy Norell. I play steel bands. And Relator and I have had a project together for the past about 6 years. And it's called the University of Calypso. And that's what we came here to do. It's a project that has various forms. And we started with basically like a jazz sextet that was set up to kind of explore the relationship between Calypsonians and jazz, which goes all the way back to Lord Kitchener in the 1950s. And we've taken it, we've played it up in many parts of the world. We've also expanded it into a steel band and big band project. It's been documented on a documentary film that a project we did with the WDR big band in Germany and Calypso steel band players from Calypso.
Department of Culture is also involved in music activities. There's no doubt about that. In folklore, you name it, bands, we were quite involved. So it was quite easy for the Music Festival Committee to work with the Department of Culture in putting this event together. Because if we work as a team, it's going to be better. You see, the festival committee now, they are able to concentrate on the main event and let the persons who are, like the Department of Culture, who are every day on a regular basis involved in this field, to carry out the duties, and we are always happy. Kenrick Georges, from the Kenrick Georges Bits and Pieces, and we know Kenrick Georges, he is also the composer and arranger of our national anthem. He came here one year and he not only passed on quite a bit of information, especially to the horn players, persons who play wind instruments and so on, but he was able to put his entire band. We had people like Marshall Montana, you know, that came here and put their entire band and were able not only to, they're able to perform, you know, and we have had persons playing steel pan. We have had, last year, we were fortunate, we had a great steel pan player here from Trinidad. He was on the music festival and he did a fantastic workshop along with the Lord Relator, Calypsonia.
My name is Devon Stewart, originally from Trinidad and Tobago. Steel pan arranger, composer, musical director, recording artist. Been traveling the globe extensively, promoting and showcasing the gospel of the music that originated from Trinidad and Tobago, which is calypso, and is being said to be one of the first instrument to be invented into the 20th century, which is called a steel pan. Started this art form as a kid when I was about 8 years old, and being competing regionally and locally back in Trinidad, and being very successful in all different levels, and started to exercise a form of playing music in a directive way, in seeking me being what I want to be as a professional musician. Back in Trinidad, as you all know, there's something called a big festival called Carnival, which is around the January, February period. You know, there's something called Panorama, where a group of bands, big bands, you know, back in Trinidad, take place at a competitive level. I'm also being very successful at that level since 2001 when I started being an arranger. Growing up, as I said, you know, I was also being part of playing pan with most of the well-known bands in Trinidad, you know. And 2012 has been a landmark again for me, you know, being a player from one of the world's greatest band, Amoko Renegades, BP Renegades. I am presently the arranger for this steel band, and doing fine, and I'm enjoying it on the international scene. I've been traveling extensively, based in Paris, teacher in the University of Paris, teaching steel pan music, the major being steel pan, to a community of students which ranges from Australia, Asia, Africa, and Europe. A program designed to teach people or students with the know-how of knowing the art form, knowing the know how to apply the basic theory and practical versions of music in steel drums. And that program I've been running from since 2002, and I'm now the musical professor at that department at the University of Paris.
My name is Bruce Skerritt, and I was born right here in St. Kitts. I now reside in Toronto, Canada. And the band, the La Amiga project, I put this band together, maybe about 25 years ago. And a couple of changes in personnel over the years. We play, I guess, what can be called Caribbean jazz, some people call it, fusion. I tend not to call it, I just play it. Most of the music that we're doing tonight will be originals, my compositions, with a couple covers. The Duvan here is an excellent pan player that I met up in Toronto when I did. Well, I'm the musical director for the Pan Arts Network, which is an organization in Toronto that brings up pan players, very, very famous pan players, to put on shows. So as I said, I'm the musical director for that organization, and I use my band to accompany these players like Liam Teague, Duvan, Darren Shepherd, and all the better known pan players. So we did a show a couple of years ago, and Duvan was on the show, and something about him, the way he plays, and just him, kind of drew me to him. So when I got the opportunity to come down here, I asked him if he would appear with me as a special featured guest. He agreed, and he flew in from
The workshops didn't not only covers the type of music that we hear in America, but also the type of music that we are here famous for. We have had the reggae artists, we have top reggae artists like, we had people from the third world. We have Cat. Everybody know Cat, the great guitarist. I mean, he was extremely excellent. He was able to show so many different licks that he composed, he created.
It's very bluesy stuff. Study as many chords as you can and learn how to riff. You know, a simple thing like a calypso. To reggae. A footballer with his football, a cricketer with his cricket bat. You know, a writer with his pen. That's what a musician is with his instrument. They become one. And it's really important to make the distinction between whether you're just a part-timer or whether you are a really serious person about what you're doing. A part-timer is fine too. I mean, it's fine to be a part-timer in music and to just play sometimes for fun and just, you just want to have some fun with friends and so on. But if you're really serious and you're going to be really into it, you have to really attack it to a level where you work super, super duper hard. 37 years that I've been doing shows, I've only missed one show. And that was because hurricane hit my house and I couldn't leave my family. The main important message I'm giving here is work hard, and if you really love the music, then really put yourself into it.
Persons are able to talk and rap with these artists and get a hands-on, first hands-on experience with them. And I can tell you, I have seen many persons in the entire music industry in St. Kitts have blossomed in whatever aspect they are into in terms of music.
Sir.
You answered the question. How did you get to manipulate the set to do that?
It's out of love, really. Instruments don't have to be played the way that you're told. And once you open that door, you can't return. You keep going through doors. So for me, playing the saxophone has always been a voyage of discovery. Yes, it looks like this. It has a reed, and you play like one sound at a time. But I always thought, well, what if it was possible to play chords? Can you play chords on the saxophone?
I think so.
You don't. Yeah, how many was that? That was 3 notes, yeah? So it's possible if you use your mind. people wondered what if I could play, we call it flacker, like when the guitarist goes, we call it flacker. Could I do that on this? Is it possible? So it took a while to actually think about how it could be done, but it's basically the tongue doing that. It's a very hard technique to explain, but I've just done it. A lot of people can't explain how to do it, but it's just simple. Using the tongue on the reed, which you do anyway when you play staccato notes, for example. So there's various ways that you can hit the reed, either soft or lightly. But if you take it to the other extreme, you can decrease the tone and increase the percussion. So once I went through that door and I realized I could do that, I thought, well, can you do that as a scale, as a major scale? Yeah. Can we play another tune? Sure. Yes.
Good morning. Morning. It's nice to have your company again, and it's good to be here for the final night of the 15th annual St. Kitts Music Festival. We're coming to you live from the prestigious Marriott Hotel here in lovely Sugar City, St. Kitts. We've had 2 excellent nights of music and fun and frolic. I've never seen people so happy, so empowered by the music and the good vibes of the St. Kitts Music Festival. And it climaxes tonight with the final night. And tonight we'll be hearing from the East Meets West band. Always wanted to find out how they got that name. They'll be followed by Fantasia. She's coming on very early, followed by the Commodores, and then Jack Hure brings down the house tonight.
I got my start here as a solo artist as well. The first annual St. Kitts Music Festival in 1996. I've watched the festival grow since then. What an amazing, amazing event. I love the people, I love the island. I remember the air being sweet like sugar, back when sugar cane was the main source of income.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 songs have come to me in a dream. One of them, the first one I ended up writing for the island. It's called Sugar City. We'll be playing it tonight. If that's any indication of what I feel about St. Kitts. And one day I will definitely have a home here, and I feel like I have a home. I feel like I am a Kittitian, I guess by adoption, and some of my best friends live here. Amazing festival, amazing people. I always get to see new artists and hear new art forms every time I'm on the island. Last night was another eye opener. All the beautiful people in the crowd and all the wonderful people on stage. So I sell this island real high. I think it's a beautiful place. And also I'm of Puerto Rican descent, so I don't consider myself a gringo. I might look like it, but not on the inside. So I'm of Caribbean.
Oh, I'm asking you now, can we walk that mile? Can you give me the chance to take it slow? Though I have to admit, girl, it's been a while. Oh, I still can't let it go. Oh no, I just can't let go. No.
We have had some top artists over the years that were happy to participate and share the knowledge. Many musicians, as a matter of fact, St. Kitts musicians were able to perform on the music festivals just by attending the workshop and being attracted to by the international artists, and just to say, look, we need to bring you on stage with us because they have recognized that we have a lot of talent here in St. Kitts. And that has been going for a few years, and we've been getting better, bigger and better. It's not just for St. Kitts, we have also invited students from Nevis as well, and all age groups, because we cover quite a few topics. Not only the actual playing of instruments and the person singing so that could find out techniques of vocals and different things like that, but we are doing different topics like with producing, recording, and so many things, anything to do with the recording, with the music industry, including copyright. And we're going to be focusing a lot on things like that this year. So it's an opportunity for everyone, whether you're a DJ, whether you're just an instrument player, whether you're a singer. You know, we have quite a few good singers around here right now, doing well on the international thing. And you want to know how to go about your business. This is the right place, because we're going to hear from the persons can register at the Department of Culture. We're giving you this information early. Also, you can go to the Tourism Department. Say thanks to the members of the Department of Culture, and also other persons like Mr. David Blake, Mr. Ip Isaac, and many others who have participated in the committee for the development workshop, because without these persons, I can tell you, these workshops would not be successful. Everyone is excited about what's going to happen this year, because this year we have a whole team with Paul Perez and his team. All the members that will be performing with him will be participating in the workshop. So we're not going to just have, like I say, you're going to have singers, we're going to have players, we're going to have persons who are in the industry from a production point of view, you know. Please, get on board, find out what's happening, get yourself registered. The workshop is a must.